get it.
And now we're live.
Oh, it tips back. Gotta turn it around.
Mike A, you dancing?
No,
Is this the normal intro song?
Mike, do you have any clock charmers? Though? That's the real question.
No, I'm a naked guy.
He's rocking the Crocs tonight.
Rocking the Crocs.
And we are live here tonight. What is it, Wednesday? November 19th?
Yep.
2025. Is Lane Kiffin our coach yet?
Depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask. It's the Geaux Team tonight. We've got Daniel. We've got Zombie Bob. I got reprimanded for calling him Bob one too many times last night. So henceforth, he will be Zombie Bob, not just Bob, the artist formerly known as Bob. Then we've got Bobby. Bobby, how are you tonight?
Who's Bobby?
He's not answering. Amen.
And then we've got Chip, not Bobby. And we've got special guest tonight, Mike from Pot of Gold. Mike, thank you for joining us. Hey, can we give a round of applause?
Can you press the applause? Yeah.
Very, very appreciative. Very appreciative.
Oh, yeah, I do have a round of applause.
Okay, never mind. I was just kidding.
Brett will be in the chat, I'm sure.
Hey, Brett.
Brett's already in the chat. He said
There he
start the
is.
show.
Start the show. There you go. All right. Well, Mike, thanks so much for coming on. Love your work. Do you know that 8 years ago today, we were driving back from Tennessee in your bachelor party? Because today, the Saints came back. Daniel and I were driving back. The Saints came back from 47 points down against Washington, tied it up, and beat them in overtime. So that was the day after the LSU victory at Tennessee.
How many points was it?
46.
8
Drew
years.
Brees was the quarterback. Of course it was 46.
What a trip. What a time. We were putting pisser stickers everywhere. That's where we ran in and met our great Big Orange Mac. What a
G Moose in the chat says Pot of Gold whack Grant the intern last night. A little inside baseball here. The Geaux Team's working on a new contract to bring Grant over to the Geaux Team now that he's been fired from Pot of Gold.
You're going to have to talk to Sexton about that.
Okay. Price just skyrocketed.
No.
I don't know if we can afford Grant.
Yeah, he's
if Sexton's involved, we're out.
I don't know if we have that kind of NIL budget.
I'm hearing chatter that last night's episode was very well produced.
We need Rocky Arsenal. That was Les Miles's, by the way, right?
Who's this Jonah guy?
There was a little bit of a little hiccup in the beginning or two. But
absolutely. We had 3 minutes of MacBook audio instead of our actual microphones.
Who cares? It was a good show. It was a good show.
We had somebody filling in for Grant, and the amount of extra shit that Grant has set up where it's almost impossible for anyone to just jump in and take over. I mean, that's why I'm 5 minutes late to this. In my own home, stuff is just misplaced. So no, I appreciate you guys giving the pod a shout out. I'm happy to be here. You guys do an awesome job. I really thought, just to be quite frank with you guys, because I know y'all very well, I thought this would go maybe 2-3 weeks. The fact that you guys are like the whole season, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. I've been waiting for this crew to have a podcast for a very long time. I'm excited to see you guys go through the long haul. And going through a whole season's freaking hard. Being consistent. You guys do it every damn night.
Well, those
almost
guys right there. Yeah,
almost every night.
We get thrown tomatoes if we don't miss our once a week appearance. So
right.
Hey, the droppings, man. The droppings rough.
Yeah, they called us gay.
Yeah, and I said, Grant,
but then said you're hot.
Yeah, I said,
well, Mike is good looking. Don't kid yourself. Mike is good looking.
It's my altar on Tiger Droppings.
Neil Armstrong?
No.
Stretch
Armstrong. It's a popular one right now.
Zombie Bob was in that thread helping you out.
I haven't told you what it is, Mike.
What's that?
I haven't told you what it is. I'll tell you later.
your altar on there?
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
Chip, send it in the private chat.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
here.
send it in the private chat on the.
I want to know it. I think I know who it is. I know who Nathan is. Nathan comes to the defense at times.
And Nathan defended you very well.
Yeah.
Shout out Nathan if you're listening. You're welcome
With
back.
the voodoo doll.
Let's talk some Lane Kiffin, guys. We got.
Well, before we get there, I got one question for you. Okay, I'm gonna direct this question towards Mike first. Okay.
All right.
Mike, how do you feel about office potlucks?
It's like pizza parties. It's it's something. Let me take that back. If you have to go to the office to go to work, anything out of the norm is fun. It is what it is. Office potluck.
That's what I see.
It is what it is. It's cool. Is it something that you need to have a memo sent out about and like posters?
Like just went underwater.
Yeah. And I drowned it. Oh,
yeah.
Your microphone went away, but then it came back.
Okay.
It's like pizza parties, like you said.
It's kind of like pizza parties. It's cool. It's entertaining, but I wouldn't make like a flyer and put it on the wall for it or something. Why?
Okay. Today was the office potluck, the annual office potluck at my office, and I had multiple high-level employees come to me and look at me in the eyes and go, "You need to put an end to this." Like that. Literally, the quote was, "We've been waiting on you to kill this for weeks, and like we had to work so hard to get these dishes ready. We don't want to do this. We need you to stop it." I said, all right.
What are they bringing to the table? Like, what are we working with menu wise?
Okay. So so this is my next question. Actually, it's funny because Timmy Wagner here in the chat said, "Are meatballs and sausage involved?"
Of course,
there was a crock pot.
Did you set that up?
No, I swear to God.
Wow.
Timmy!
So shout out Timmy. We did have one crock pot of Little Smokies with barbecue sauce.
Someone always has to claim that.
That was the first one, and then, well, I'm about to ruin this question I was going to ask. For the person what is the requirement or the expectation for the person who organizes the office potluck? Shouldn't they bring the star dish?
Yes. If you're a true traditional host, you try to bring the star dish. Now, that is, in my opinion, that's not and Chip, I see you shaking your head. I don't think that is universally accustomed to. I think that's kind of I'm the star of the show. I'm a Southern chef. I'm going to make sure I'm at the tailgate. I'm the one cooking the jambalaya, not Cassie. Yeah. So I think you have to bring it there. You have to bring it there if you're hosting it. Now, if you're just somebody that's doing this on a whim, I think you could also, on the flip side, just be like, no, I hosted this. This is you guys bringing this. I'll bring the soda.
Well thought.
Yeah, we had people do that. So, all right. So the person who organized it, is it acceptable that they had the frozen meatballs with spaghetti sauce? Generic.
That's the person that organized it.
That's a
yes.
That's what they brought. Frozen meatballs.
Yeah.
The frozen Swedish meatballs from IKEA.
But they weren't even Swedish meatballs because somebody already claimed the Little Smokies with barbecue sauce.
You either bring in you either bring in the pulled pork or you bring nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think everybody's agreeing with this one. I think Mike nailed it. I think
if you're the one pushing for it to be done, you got to be the star of the show.
Yeah, you're slaving over the.
I bet if we had sweet tickets, that person would be the first one trying to claim them.
I thought we had this whole time. Are we talking about you?
No.
That will tell you later.
Cancel.
Well, we started a few minutes late. I had.
Let me just say this. I did salvage it. I had no plan of bringing anything. Last year, I didn't bring anything. I just showed up and ate the food.
Aren't you the employer?
Yeah, I just showed up and ate the food last year.
You're the fucking Grinch or something?
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of the office potluck. I think
it's corporate policy.
I think
Who's your HR person?
Me. I think it's a distraction. It turns into a fucking shit show. It takes up 3 hours of the day. It occupies the conference room. It occupies
Can I
the
ask you
kitchen.
why you do this like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving?
That was my other question. Why are we doing it not next week, but this week?
Right.
I asked
If
that
this is
question.
an annual potluck, is it not connected to Thanksgiving at all? Because that's wild to do it 2 weeks, like a week into November, 2 weeks into November, and have no connection to a Thanksgiving party. Are they expecting you to host a Thanksgiving meal, like a party?
No.
Okay, so this is Thanksgiving.
It's
So
Thanksgiving, but it's a week early because a few people are out next week. So they wanted to do it this week. Or the organizer did it this week.
Okay.
Why Wednesday? Why not a Friday?
True.
Because that's the day the organizer's in the office. We have a hybrid schedule.
Hybrid schedules, you gotta get rid of the potluck. Potluck is for people that have to sit around each other all day, every day, and it's a change of pace.
That's a good point. I didn't even put that together.
All right. Are you allowed to bring Ziploc bags to the potluck?
Like to go?
Well, to take anything that's left over.
Shit tons of food was left over. Shit tons.
I think you have to do that very discreetly. I think you have to know your audience.
I don't think Daniel has anybody that works for him that's discreet.
I think you have to know your audience, and I think if you've been there, if you're one of the OG employees, you can bring as many Ziplocs as you want. If you're new, you have to sneak those in. You back pocket those, unless you're James.
James did
Don't
not.
cry, little baby.
Shocker of the century. James did not show. It was not his scheduled day in the office. He did not show for the office potluck.
He doesn't need to drive to Baton Rouge for a meal.
Unlike
well, you know, he's
people.
so picky anyway. He wouldn't have eaten half the shit. So
No,
it's really not worth
Wait,
it.
you're telling me James is a picky eater?
he is a very picky eater.
The pickiest eater you've ever met.
Contrary to popular belief,
I've
sticks
fed
to the
that
basics.
guy many times and never had trouble. Do you remember the time he was over and we were on the back patio and my friend Georgia, she purposely reached over onto his plate and picked something off and ate it. And he like, like ready to throw fists on this woman because she took something off the plate, but she knew that's exactly how
you got to know the plate boundaries with.
Oh my God, it was funny as shit.
That's awesome.
Funny as shit.
So
Well, he certainly likes donuts. I remember doing.
He likes the basics. He's traditional.
What's the name of the place? Buttercrisp up in Covington.
he's not a
we
dark
make
meat
one.
chicken guy.
Never.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Speaking of which, so I did.
But he's big. He's big into Chinese, but no dark meat. It's a
Half
tough find. It's a
Yeah.
tough find.
How do you,
I
how
can't
do you
do Chinese.
verify? How do you
He
verify
verifies.
it's
He asks these poor people, dude. He's like, "Is there any dark meat in the General Tso?" And like the lady's always like, "Of course,
It's fucking cat. Of course, it's white meat.
like
Hey,
we'll do our
ear
best."
muffs.
Mike, this morning I had breakfast with my aunt and my uncle, my dad's only sibling, my aunt. And they actually watched the podcast and they had questions and all. And my aunt said to me, well, you know, I'm not really that much into sports, but it takes y'all a while before you start talking about sports.
That might be a sign, huh?
It might be a sign.
Yeah.
So Lane Kiffin, what would Lane Kiffin bring to the potluck?
Well, he would bring a Canes tailgater tray because he's sponsored by Canes.
I don't know.
And that's what I ended up
Wahoo.
bringing today. That's what I ended up bringing.
Bring some-
Wow.
How many crock pots did you have for this potluck? 7?
There was
8?
at least 4 crock pots.
Okay.
One of them had one of those little crock pot liner bags.
Oh no! But I don't want to get into politics. But Bobby Kennedy Jr. said that those are banned. It's nothing but chemicals. It's chemicals heating up, seeping into your food, microplastics, cancer. Bad.
Mike, have you ever seen one of those crock pot liners?
No.
Did you know they existed?
I did not know those existed. No. What do you mean the liners? What are we talking about?
There's
Like,
plastic
talking about-
liners.
the pot
that
that's
you-
in the crock pot.
So that you don't have exactly, Timmy. Thank you.
Timmy.
So that you don't
He
have
nailed
to.
It's cancer
You don't
bag.
have to soak and clean the crock pot. It stays clean.
No.
Everything's inside the plastic bag.
Clean.
It's just. I mean,
smoked cream cheese, a big hit at the office potlucks.
He's been smoking cream cheese. Brett is a chef, by the way. I don't know if anyone.
I believe
so next year, instead of having an office potluck, we just need to hire Brett to cater the office potluck.
It's a steep price, but you can get him.
Well, we could either
Brett says crock pot
Brett, or we could hire Grant the intern. We can't do both. There's no budget.
Crock pot condoms. That's the new nomenclature.
Get the fuck out of crock pot condom.
And on that note, it's time to talk about Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
Just soak the crock pot for a couple of days. It'll come out.
Can we fast forward a week and just get straight to Kenny Dillingham, Chip?
Yeah, I'm out. All right. So yesterday
y'all are all out on Dillingham, huh? Are y'all all out on Dillingham?
Oh no, I'm not out. I'm not out on Dillingham.
Is he bringing the quarterback?
I don't think so. I think he's going to Virginia Tech unless I got stooged again.
No, I'm getting stooged.
I'm getting stooged left and right. You got a roach behind you, brother. Is this at the new house? Oh,
no, it's the old house. I'm outside.
It's Louisiana.
Man, that's a big one too.
Anyways, I had no issue.
The portal hasn't opened yet.
You're right. It hasn't opened yet. Yeah. I got stooged by him. I got stooged by Sellers. Like I thought Sellers was in the portal, and then I see him scrambling around last Saturday. So I don't know what's going
on. I'm not.
It's lazy ass people. I'm assuming that the organizer, quote unquote, used a liner. I guess that's where this.
Chip,
I don't know Timothy Wagner, but I think he's a plant.
You fucking troll.
I know. I swear to God, this is not me.
Mike, in your experience, because you know what my answer is who's the bigger troll, Daniel or Lane Kiffin?
Oh, man.
Yeah, just Daniel.
I'd have to say Daniel.
You're 100%.
Daniel 100%. Well, no, Daniel does troll publicly. He just doesn't let his multiple alters out. But I won't go there.
Timmy is probably one of his burner accounts.
I swear to God, Timmy Wagner's
son or his daughter.
You're probably Neil Armstrong, just crushing pot of gold on tire droppings.
He probably has.
No, I would never say anything negative about you guys.
He probably has one of his employees at home. Like, look, I'll give you an extra PTO day. This is what I need you
drive up the.
100%. All right, Mike. The first question: what's with John Summerall saying no to Florida and the implications of all of that?
I don't think Summerall had anything to do with that. I think that is agent stuff. I think that's smoke. I think that's pressure on contracts. I don't know. I think there's multiple ways you can look at that. I don't think Summerall is somebody that's going to say, take that shit down, right? In the middle of probably practice, right? I think that is more of, Ruffino said this earlier today. He thinks it was more to do with Florida having that as a backup plan. Somebody got wind of it and they were like, fuck that. We're not hiring another Billy Napier from Louisiana. We're leaking this so they can shut it down immediately. And that's what happened today. I think that's probably more of the possibility. Here's the deal. Summerall is either going to Auburn, Ole Miss if it's vacant. And if they strike out on Lane Kiffin, Florida's going to try for him as well. I think Summerall is going to be at a pretty solid SEC school right out of the gate. I don't think he's going to waste his time at an Arkansas or a Missouri or a Kentucky. I think he's going to go to one of the big dogs, and I think he's worth it. I think Summerall is a good coach. Do I think he is somebody that we immediately go to when Kiffin trolls us and leaves us at the altar? I don't, and the only reason, that's me personally, I think he's in my list. I just want an offensive guy right now. I'm starving for offense, and so that's what I'm hungry for. Not that Summerall couldn't hire a good coordinator, et cetera. He's got hell of a ton of energy. I love his fire. I just kind of want that tactician on the offensive side of the ball that whenever we are all on our couch every Saturday screaming, you have, 3 guys in the box run the football, or, whatever we need to do. Like we need those adjustments to happen with someone that knows what the fuck's going on.
You're never out of the game with that, with
right. I want to have a chance with an elite play caller as a head coach. I think that's where the game is now too. I think that's where, let me take that back. There is anomalies. You got Clark Lee doing well as a DC. You got Freeman, who's a great recruiter. That's also a good DC. Defense can win, but more times than not, the trend of this new era is a young man's game, offensive minded. Good recruiter.
Exactly. And I would say 25, 30 years ago, it was the defensive minded guy that was the head coach.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. I think defense is obviously extremely important. You can't strike out on the defensive side. We've seen that happen, right? We're very used to that. And we can't be sitting in this boat that, we're LSU, we'll figure it out on defense. I don't know. Not so fast. That's my hesitancy on the Lincoln Riley conversation of like, I would still I'm not all the way out on that. I think that would still be a good landing spot for him if we had to circle that wagon again. I know that's contrary to a lot of opinions right now. My biggest gripe with that though would be the defensive side of the ball. And everyone's saying, well, if he just keeps Baker, whatever. It's like, that's not a guarantee ever that we're just going to inherit Blake Baker. So lot to unpack there. I'm kind of rambling.
I think
usually don't get this amount of airtime.
I think let me Dillingham.
Well, like a chicken.
I guess I was saying it earlier, but I'm cool with Dillingham. You could talk me into that. You talk me into most people besides two.
Chip, you look just like Kenny Dillingham.
I like Kenny Dillingham. Yeah, and I'm not as good looking as Kenny Dillingham.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
If I have little downs. He doesn't have the downs part. I hit the downs.
Don't do that. You're not Shane Gillis. No,
he nicked him. It nicked him.
If Kenny Dillingham grows a beard, we have him on this podcast. It's Chip.
I mean, listen, I like Kenny Dillingham, and you could talk me into that 100%. I hope that would be a reality if we could, if we do miss on Lane, which I would say we probably will. Nothing gives me confidence saying we'll get him, but and this is going to be unpopular, but let me give you a little stat from Missouri. Mm-hmm. All right, so Drinkwitz, they claim 5 conference, and I'm not a Drinkwitz guy. This is not me pumping Drinkwitz, but I see a lot of hate going his way, and it's kind of unwarranted.
G Moose in the chat says, "All I know is I don't want Drink. That goob can stay at Missouri."
Yeah, I know it's people because they don't like the way he looks, even though I think he kind of looks. I
think if we're going looks though, Chip, if we're going looks, if we have to go with someone that doesn't look good, I'm going to go after Heupel before.
Oh, dude, I would be stoked for Heupel.
I just don't know if that's actually an option there.
No,
I don't know how real that is. That he's not happy.
I think a lot of people are taking, and yes, he needs to have a better record against ranked opponents. But do you know how many top 25 wins they had since 2015? So that would have been
top 25 at the end of the year, or when they played them.
Top end of the year. Well, I'm doing what the naysayers go by.
How many?
Yeah.
Since when?
They went to the other one. So
since 2015.
Since 2015, I think since Drinkwitz, they've had 5
in there for 10 years.
No, 20. But I'm trying to give you a stat because this is who they have been since they pretty much been in the league. Since they lost their really good coach because their players had a revolt, which is so Missouri. But they have 1 besides the 5 that what's his name. So they have 6 total
in the last 10 years.
Yes, he has improved them.
Yeah. No. Listen, I said this yesterday. Dillingham. I think Drinkwitz is our floor, and that's a very high floor to be at.
For sure.
I'm not. Would I be upset initially? But there's an expiration date on how long I'd be upset about Drinkwitz. The only reason I'd be upset is because I really think with how magnetized the firing of Brian Kelly was and the amount of money that's being tossed around, we're going big fish hunting right now. Drink is not a big fish, but he is a quality coach. I don't like the price tag of Drinkwitz, though.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think that's like he's already making what, 9?
Mm-hmm. Close to
really?
Yeah, like we're gonna have to pay this guy 10 plus to come to LSU. Like, I feel like there's other options we have to get through before we land on.
Oh, absolutely.
His agent is Jimmy Sexton. I think his name is floated because
and that might very well be it.
I don't think it's serious.
Yeah, and I'm not Drinkaway. I'm not this. I would rather Jeb Fish. I think Jeb Fish is.
I kind of would rather Summerall.
Oh, absolutely.
I would rather Summerall than Drink.
Yeah, I just don't think LSU's going to do that, which I think is stupid. I think
it is stupid. The whole like, oh, he's at Tulane. We can't go after him. Like, what is that? What are we talking about?
I don't even understand that. I don't.
No, but like, is that we can't do it because they have that over us that they had him first or something? What does that mean?
It's just the Louisiana thing that's always
Louisiana
rumors.
But I don't think that's as prevalent today in 2020, the end of 2025.
I think it's more prevalent. I think it's more prevalent because of Billy Napier.
I don't know, man. I
you can't get the next Billy Napier, just like you said about Florida. I think the LSU fan base wouldn't go for it, even though
I think they would. I think the fan base would.
Man, that guy's.
I think they would.
I think you've got the idiots that are probably all over Facebook, like pushing Frank Wilson right now. Like those are the same people that are going to be like, we can't take the Tulane coach.
Yeah, they'll take Frank Wilson, and that and Mike, that is what terrifies me. And maybe I have PTSD, but
it's PTSD.
I love that guy. I love him. I love him. And I like you said on your show, I don't want to hate that guy.
I don't want to hate Frank.
No,
I never want to have to hate Frank.
Listen, I agree with that. Not hire Frank Wilson.
Hey, Chip, is 104.5 ESPN in Baton Rouge behind hiring Frank Wilson right now?
No, what I say is I've heard him mention it. Okay, but when you should start getting scared is a quote like this, aka Hunt the Fan. You could do a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then Frank Wilson, I'd be like, then that's when you know the ball is rolling.
I hope not. I hope we can't do a lot worse than that.
Yeah. I am terrified of that. I really am, because listen, nothing against white women.
I don't think that's real.
Hey, throw up the thing, zombie. But I did
legal
disclaimer. Yeah, you got the legal disclaimer. I did see a lot of white women, the same women that leave the games at halftime to go walk their dog when you're up by 2 points against a top 10 team. Start saying,
a very specific example.
Frank, give Frank a shot. Do you see how the team rallies behind him? Stop. You can't let the players choose who you want to coach. I'm sorry. We've done this before.
Why was it specifically white women, Chip?
Because that's what their pictures look like on.
I agree with Chip. It's usually.
I saw a bunch. Okay, listen, it was more than 15. Now Twitter, I get it as big, but I didn't check. Like, I just saw it. And then I saw a lot of PD too.
Black women are not worried about the coach. They're worried about the players.
No, it's definitely
not black women. White women are just listening to their husbands.
Steve, where's the legal disclaimer, man? Come on.
I don't know where my legal disclaimer is. Like,
everyone knows how I feel about white boomer women. They're a problem in the United States.
We're not. We're just.
I think we've gotten off track.
Mike, I appreciate you coming on the last episode of the Geaux Team. The legal department's going to shut us down.
Frank Wilson. Let's stay on Frank Wilson here, okay?
All right, but that's the question. I think to my answer. A couple minutes ago, you said I wouldn't be upset about. I forget who you said, but then who are you upset about? LSU announces tomorrow. It's not Lane Kiffin. They said, okay, it's not.
I'm upset if it's Drinkwitz tomorrow.
Are you more upset Drinkwitz or Frank Wilson?
No, I'm more upset if it's Frank Wilson. Okay. I'm more upset if it's Frank Wilson than it is Drinkwitz.
Okay.
I don't think this job is something that Frank is going to be able to handle at this level. Let's put it in perspective. You give an interim coach a certain period of time, not just obviously he's making his case. He's trying, right? They interviewed Blake Baker, right? And we heard that during the broadcast when they asked, we asked him, would you like to be a head coach one day? And he said, of course, I'd love to. Everyone's pushing for their opportunities, right? Mm-hmm. Frank's doing that as well. But what you see with Frank is he's such a glue guy. You need that. I think we do need kind of like that players coach type of mentality but we also need to execute on the field, right? We saw what happened with Ed. But what Ed was able to do as an interim at both USC and at LSU, he elevated their level of play immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like what I saw out of the guys against Arkansas. The level of play was not elevated. Now, we scratched out a victory, but there was still the same bullshit. There was still the same sloppy lack of attention to detail. There was a lack of fire. I think if Frank came out, made a competitive game against Alabama, comes out guns blazing against Arkansas, then we're having a conversation where there might be some weight to that. Sure. I think the only thing Frank has going for him right now is like we all fucking love Frank Wilson. And we know he is a glue guy for this program. He gets the recruits. He is embedded in the New Orleans region of the athletic state of New Orleans, right? It's Frank's. You can't mess with that. I think people are scared that if we get someone new in here, that's going to get messed with. I don't think anyone's fucking touching Frank Wilson. I think that needs to be a priority number one, especially if Lane Kiffin comes here. He knows for damn sure what Frank's capable of. He's done it before with him, right? I think that is part of the angle for Frank as well is, we don't want to disrupt what he can do with the kids. I don't think that's going to ever be disrupted as long as he's on staff. So you don't need to make him the head coach to make him happy. He wants it, sure, but he's happy to be here.
Sure.
Yeah, Frank just moved into a new house, by the way.
Yeah, I love Frank. I think this job, like we've seen him as a head coach. Like at the end of the day, we have to take our the blindfold off and be like, okay, let's look at data here. Let's look at track records. Let's look at wins. Let's look at losses. He's a good coach, man. But at the end of the day, do we really want him leading a sleeping giant when it's a time where everyone's in alignment, ponying up the money to say, let's wake this motherfucker up because Brian Kelly didn't do it and we thought we could? I don't know if the route we take is, well, let's wake it up with the running backs coach.
You need good guys like him. You need those guys, right?
Yeah.
But doesn't mean they need to be a head coach. Like we don't have
and the running backs coach who couldn't figure out how to get Harlem Berry on the field
until it was too late. And I think at the end of the day, we have been so accustomed the past decade or so of being like, we need all these assistants. We need these coordinators. We need this because we haven't had a head coach. We haven't had somebody that's just going to take control and run this fucking program how it's supposed to be run. We haven't had that since probably year 2 of Les Miles, year 3 of Les Miles. There's been some anomalies here or there, but the point is you make the right hire at the top, all of that other shit's going to work itself out. And I think it's time we do that. It's time we go all in on the head man to run the show and not who can get recruits, who's going to make a certain side of the state happy. You know, I'm tired of the wagging the tail type of party.
I agree.
I never want to hate Frank.
No,
there's a spot for him. You could see right before the end of the first half against Alabama where he just didn't know how to handle that situation when Alabama missed a field goal. There's less than 2 minutes to go. They're out of timeouts. You're being outplayed, but somehow you're only down 7. Just get to halftime. But no, he doesn't. Whoever's calling plays, it doesn't fucking matter. Tell him stop. Don't throw the ball there. Run the ball here and let's get to halftime. And
I think he had his stage. He had his audition. And I think for the 2 games that he auditioned, it was kind of like, I don't know if he really knows what to do here. And maybe it might have been too late, right? He pulled Nuss, which had to happen, but it was almost like you have to at that point, right? It was like it was a no-brainer at that point, which maybe a couple drives in, if Frank's like, get the fuck out of here, like I've seen enough, I'm making a stand. And maybe Van Buren does something crazy there, like then Frank's got some skin in the game. And maybe people are going to be like, you know what? That was ballsy. But it really wasn't ballsy for him taking him out after Nussmeier looked absolutely just
trash. Right.
Yeah, and now they're faking an injury so that Nussmeier can save himself.
Au revoir. Thank you, Nuss. Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate
Is he going to get booed on senior night?
I hope not.
No, I don't think people are going to be that crazy. I think
Mike,
it is what it is.
Is Kenzel Kelly going to be there for senior night?
No, not after Megan making money dunked on his ass, dude.
He did.
That was crazy. I didn't know Kenzel was still in the building.
Is it Kenzel or Kenzel?
He changed it to Kinzel whenever he enrolled at LSU.
Okay.
It was Kinzel, and then it was Kinzel.
No fucking way. There's
sauce to say.
The minute Pops went out there and said family, he changed it to Kinzel. He was trying to.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well said.
Have you heard from Smack a Miles lately?
Jesus.
I saw she got married.
Yeah. Last didn't look good.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
We said it. We were before everybody on that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, I kind of miss Les these days.
Oh, for sure. You had an identity.
Yeah,
I'm going to run the ball in 3rd and 13. I don't give a shit. Whether it's
Gabe, you're missing them now.
A fake field goal.
When's the last time we did?
Yeah.
Didn't Ed do one? Am I mistaken on that?
Ed did a couple fake punts.
I feel fake punts. Yeah, fake field goal. It was. I don't think
it had to have been less, right? I mean, I don't know the answer, but
well, didn't they like outlaw that shit after Les did it? Wasn't it like, hey, your knees down, like you're not tossing the ball backwards? And I think people were just like, this is too tough.
Gabagool Gabe says,
Gabagool.
Don't get me started on Les.
Look,
still hating Les to this day.
Listen,
Gabe.
man, Les burnt out. We all know that, but there was a period in time there that we would all die to go back to.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
You're going to make a 12-team playoff most seasons.
Yes.
Les would have wrecked
that's what
shop.
Daniel's been saying.
He would have wrecked shop in a 12-team playoff.
Right.
Les's offense right now would kill people.
Yes.
It would. It would
absolutely kill teams. He would destroy the clock, and he would absolutely maul people. They wouldn't be able to stop it.
It'd be interesting.
It'd be fun. I tell you that. It'd be fun.
But then you'd have guys like Lamar Brown just plugged right in at left guard. Like 5-star, number 1 player in the country, D tackle. Les would be like, no, my friend, you're at center. And it'd work.
But they'd run the ball.
It would work.
They'd have a killer instinct. It wouldn't be they know how to block a run game.
He'd have Lamar Brown at center. He would have put Jamar Chase at safety. Like he wants that tough kid.
Yeah. Well, he wanted Dak Prescott to be a tight end instead
exactly.
of a quarterback.
But that would have been a heck of a tight end
to be a linebacker.
Yeah, he's a hand in the dirt guy. He's not a flashy guy. And we were starving for that flash, and we got it. And then we got it too much. And then we got a guy that, I don't know, didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Saban's not at Bama anymore, Gabe. That's what I'm going to say to that comment.
Yeah, let's get over the Bama thing. But back to Dillingham. You want to go back to coaching? Not sure.
I'm all in on Dillingham.
Yeah, I think Dilly would be.
Listen, you're not going to end.
It's a gamble. Don't get me wrong. It's a gamble. He doesn't have.
Everybody is. Everybody is. After Kelly, everybody's a gamble these days.
You're right. You're right. After Kelly, it does put things in perspective that everything is a gamble, and you have to roll that dice. I would be willing to roll the dice on Dillingham.
Yeah.
Perception of the program would immediately flip. Everyone loves Kenny Dillingham. You find me one person in the media that hasn't been obsessed with this guy.
Yeah, if you don't like he is wonderful on the mic, just like Frank Wilson. I don't see how you wouldn't want to run through a brick wall for him. Give me some other names, Mike. Who you thinking?
If the hype shit is real, then I think you have to tap into that a little bit. The Lincoln Riley thing is interesting. That he's being floated out there. I don't know. And listen, obviously Josh Pate said that shit for a reason. His stupid little throwing a grenade in here. It's, Lincoln Riley's looking around. I think Lincoln and the SEC with a second chance to come back and prove himself. Listen, he is winning games at USC all of a sudden. Like, I know people are hating on him a lot. I think it's the lack of physicality that I don't really like from him. He'd coach up a sick offense. He'd have a great quarterback. I mean, it would be exciting. It's not the top of my list, but we could do a lot worse. I like Golish. If we want to talk about somebody, I think Golish is the Heupel disciple out of South Florida, the Russian assassin, the redhead. His teams are physical and they play all 4 quarters, and he's got a very high scoring type of offense. He's developed a quarterback that is very dangerous.
He is.
that people kind of wrote off after he was transferring around and went to USF, and he made him into a pretty good player. He'll end up at a
He's a Heupel
yeah,
disciple.
he's a Heupel disciple. I think those are the names that I would be looking at,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously Summerall. I don't know, but
Yeah.
then we also have these random, like, is Cliff
What about the
Kingsbury
NFL?
actually coming back? Right? Is Kingsbury actually interested in going to Florida? Because if you have Kingsbury coming back into the fold, I've read some stuff about Kingsbury and the defensive coordinator that was at Wisconsin. That was like the next big name.
Yeah.
And
He fell
and
off.
he just like quit. He was just like, I'm done with football for a bit. And now he's like an analyst somewhere. He wants to come back in. Apparently there's talks about him and Kingsbury kind of uniting. That'd be a nice package deal for him to come back. What was his name? It was like Jim or
Jim. Yeah, you're right. Jim. Oh my gosh.
Jim Leonard.
yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
Jim Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
Leonard wants to come back. So if you could tie in a Cliff Kingsbury, Jim Leonard combo, I think that would be a nice setup there. And then you also, I don't know where this is coming from, where Joe Brady is still being talked about as a possibility.
Yeah.
I think he's.
I think it's just a pipe dream. People just want to keep
Why
that
is
alive.
he always like hanging in the top of the odds? It's very strange. But
Because
I guess
that,
like
that
recruiting,
mystique,
right?
Well, I guess he didn't really cut his teeth, but like his play
because
calling.
he's a mythical figure.
he is a mythical figure.
And no one knows if he would he be a great head coach? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I think he'll get a chance in the NFL, like everybody keeps saying. Another NFL guy, former LSU player,
Yeah.
Zombie.
Shep.
Yep.
Braden Fajoko.
Shep. Man,
You
this
guys,
cat-
you guys did the world dirty by giving him a platform, because he has gone off the rails since he's been on y'all's show. He's been everywhere since he was on the Go Team. He has just been firing from the fucking hip.
Careful what you say there, Mike. That's Zombie's adopted son over there.
As an LSU guy, I love Braden Fajoko.
Yes.
But lately, I feel like he has been kind of like, hey, I was on the Go Team. I'm going to let it fucking fly. And he's just like, if you idiots think Lane Kiffin's coming, you got another fucking thing coming.
Dude,
Like, he's been going nuts lately, huh?
Wait. So Mike and Chip, do you know this? That he told everybody, Braden told everybody on Twitter, like, I'll make a bet with you
$10,000.
if you think Kiffin's going there, but don't mention me, DM me. So I texted
Okay.
Zombie and I said, go bet him. And so Zombie, do you have a bet?
I
with-
bet him. It's a win-win for me. It's a win-win, Mike. Mike, I have two autographed helmets. Billy Cannon, Braden Fajoko. I got the Zombie Bob autographed photo of his. I have a sweatshirt of his. I love the kid. My all-time favorite
That's sick.
LSU football player, right? And so I DM him and I said, look, I'm betting that Lane Kiffin signs with LSU. And you have not Lane Kiffin. So if I win, when Lane Kiffin is announced, I said, I want you to come down and ride an Endymion with me for Mardi Gras.
You got him
And I
tomorrow.
said, if I lose, you fill in the blank. And so he's like, all right, bet. And he set out the terms and conditions. It's a win-win. So
Yeah.
so Daniel's like, well, you gotta. We didn't really say, well, you got to pay for him to ride with you in Endymion. I have a corporate spot next to me, but that is currently unfilled. But I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna walk around all day like Braden Fajoko. It's Braden Fajoko. Braden Fajoko.
No,
it's like,
I'm
whatever.
messing with you. I love Braden. Like he encompasses. He's a great memory of a time period that was euphoric for LSU football, and
Right.
bringing that culture here. LSU embracing the haka, the whole scene. It was
Right.
brilliant, and so
Right.
no, I love him. I'm just messing with you guys. I think
Yeah.
he's obviously gotten some enemies on Twitter and Tiger droppings because he is very outspoken,
Right.
and I think that didn't start until he was on y'all's
Well,
show.
but you're not far off because I think he had a gig, like he had a media gig during the summer, and then I think he started it and then he left.
Brett says, who would forget Peggy doing the haka?
Someone needs to AI that.
Hey,
but
hey, Zombie, have you tried to have Peggy on the show?
no, Peggy Red.
Peggy Red.
Yeah, no, not yet. I'll reach out to her.
You
But
reach out to her. We'll have Chip and Peggy exclusive.
And Lon.
Okay.
And Lon.
Okay. All right. But my point about Braden was that I think he had a media gig and then he left it right after he started it because the Steelers had some D-line injuries. And then he went back to camp as a camp body for like 2 or 3 weeks with the Steelers. And then, like lost that opportunity. And so, Mike, I think you're not far off because I think he came on show with us and said,
I can do this.
if these dipshits can do it. Because when we first posted, we did it on a Friday morning, the interview, the podcast, and then Daniel posted it that Sunday night. And just as he posted it, Braden's DM and me, and he's like, are y'all on this or that? But the way he said it, like the streaming platform, the way he said it, like, whoa, like, did we do something wrong? Are you like aggravated with us? Oh, no. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what streaming service y'all use. So I think that
logistics,
yeah. But then the other thing, Mike, we had Carter.
On. That's right.
And then we were talking throughout the thing, and then he's like, and we mentioned Braden. He's like, oh, I've been trying to get Braden, for years now. And I was like, Mike, me, like, don't suffer from low self-esteem. So I'm like, oh, I'll shoot him a DM after the show and let you know and all, because I had actually reached out to Daily Joy to try to get her on, and just like Smacker Miles, she won't return my calls. But Carter was like, oh yeah, well I can't. Daly's a friend of mine. I'll reach out to her. You reach out to Braden, so that I could actually DM Braden Fahoko and say, by the way, Carter Bryant's looking for you. If you want to, give him a shout. Yeah.
Well, I do think that he got a little bit of sense of security after he was with you guys. He's like, we can say whatever the fuck we want on these things.
Well, we can because there's 10 people listening.
No, but I think y'all influenced him. I think he's like, I'm going to just say whatever I want.
Yeah, he was dying for us to ask about Brian Kelly, his opinion of Brian Kelly, where we were asking more about like 2019, him coming to LSU. But once
he wanted to be a beat writer. He wants to be part of like the fucking mob right now.
And who's more hated? Mike?
The media hatred for LSU, the national media at least.
It's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy.
Who gets more hate on Tiger droppings? Mike from Pot of Gold or Braden Fahoko?
Braden Fahoko.
Definitely Braden Fahoko.
I hate that. So it's so silly. I think it's so funny because you have the same guys. And obviously you can't see emotion in text, but you kind of can. Our in Tiger droppings post or Twitter, but it's like, he's not coming. Shut the fuck up. Or the people like, bullshit, done deal, motherfucker. Like it's insane. Like these people
it is crazy. But it's also crazy like when shit hits.
The same people every time.
But when shit hits and it's like tonight's the night, boys. Like papers signed, deals done, flights coming in tonight, whatever. Literally like clockwork. Every 30 minutes after that, there's another one just like, yep, done deal. Like it's like roaches, man. They come out and if anyone's been tracking this as much as I have, which I feel so stupid for just like paying attention to this, but like every day around like between the hours of 1:30 and 4, shit hits the fan. Like there's always people coming out of the woodwork claiming shit. Then it dies off. People go home, they have dinner, and then at night. Usually somebody else.
Usually goes to Ole Miss at night.
Goes to Ole Miss at night. Yes.
It's just so funny when the one person he's like, yeah, my buddy works for Ole Miss. He's signed the papers already. And then you have a ton of people like, damn, man, I knew we weren't going to get him. Like, do you seriously believe this guy? You don't, but you don't believe it. Like,
I really, and so I'm trying to disassociate like my mental well-being right now of like what's real, what's not real. Most of this is not. I understand that. Yeah. I want it to be real because this is really fun, right? I don't want to wake up one day and be like, wow, this was all a fucking waste of time. And none of this was actually happening.
Which your tweet?
which is probably the case. Like somebody's going to stick the dagger in us very soon and be like, this was never the case. He's going to Florida. It's always been Florida, whatever. But how sweet would it be to be able to get Lane and to be able to dance on Ole Miss and Florida Tears for
100%.
the next like 9 months?
That's the number one reason I want Lane is to just shit on Ole Miss.
Yeah,
100%.
Oh, but it'd be a Saban LSU thing for as long as he's here, but probably more because he's not going to leave in 4 years.
No.
Yeah.
No. But like if he was trolling, would he go so far as to convince Layla, the sister-in-law, and his niece and nephew, whoever it was, would he actually have them go on a jet to go tour Baton Rouge? Like, get on a private jet and go wine and dine with some elites down in Louisiana for the day? Yeah, knowing that it's just a troll job. Like, I don't think it's that.
Yeah, it sends them down there to take a picture of our recruiting board to give it back to his guys.
No, I in reality, I think he is considering all of his options. I really do. I really think he's got this amazing offer from LSU, and Florida is scrambling to match it. And I think they did. And I think right now he's weighing his options. And so, what the weird thing about this whole Gainesville, like, do y'all hear that buzz? Is that me? The weird thing about the Gainesville trip on Sunday night, they're from Gainesville. Like, why do we need to send a jet with the family to go visit schools and check out neighborhoods if that's where the family already is? That's where the family went to school. Like, why this diversion of making sure we know a flight went out? Oh, and then we're going to follow it up with another flight the next day to LSU. I think that's very calculated. I think it's easy to sit back and say he's weighing his options because I think Lane is every day waking up, reading his little book and not knowing really what he wants to do every day. But then another side of me thinks, no, Lane Kiffin knows exactly what he's doing. He wants to go to the bigger school, and he is in a fucking pickle right now because he never expected this team to be 10-1. I think he didn't know how good Chambliss was until week fucking 4. I don't think he knew how good this defense would be after the middle of the season and on, because they got better, right? Like, this team got really good. Like, they got a lot better towards the end of the year. They were not that great early on.
They got a little lucky. They got lucky to play Oklahoma with a banged up quarterback. But
the schedule, they had a lot of favor. Absolutely. But with that being said, I don't think he expected to be in this situation right now. And so now he's trying to figure out, how do I break this news? Can I coach the playoffs? Like, I do think he wants to leave. I do think that. For sure. I don't know if he wants to go to LSU or wants to go to Florida. I would lean Florida probably, but I think LSU's package is probably a lot better. I do believe that. I think
we'll match it too. I think
LSU's setting the bar, and I'll believe a guy like Dellinger, right? I think like when Ross Dellinger throws out there that LSU is setting the bar and paying the most, and it's not just the specific contract, it's the extra money for the kids. It's not the NIL total, it's above the cap, right? Like, what can we do extra for this roster coming up? That's what's going to pull Lane, right? But I think Lane is battling right now. Is that all that matters right now in my life? Is who is the easiest path to a national championship? Or is it, let me go to Florida, still build a national power, rekindle my marriage, right? And be able to, like, satisfy the family and also win at the same time. Maybe not as quick, but still do it. I don't know. It's strange, man, because they're in the fucking playoffs. Like, that's the whole thing that throws all this through a loop.
Jimmy and Hanny said it's going to start happening like that. It only takes one. It only took Leonard Fournette and what's the right running back for the San Francisco 49ers?
McCarthy?
McCarthy. It only took
McCaffrey,
to say, hey, we're opting out of the bowl this week. Now, from what I understand, Ed Ogeron told Leonard to do that. But after that, what happened every year? man, you started seeing double, like 20 people. Now it's pretty much half the team these days of every squad. So look, it only takes one to do that. Money talks. And I don't think he believes, I think, yes, he's a man and he believes that he can win anywhere. Of course, he's a competitor. I think that, and I think he believes that I'll have to get lucky to win though. He'll have to catch a good playoff. But and he can win. Yes, absolutely. He's going to be in the dance, so he has a shot. But I don't think it's likely.
Yeah. No, I don't think they win the championship. But no. I think there's a chance.
Sure.
I think anyone from the SEC has a chance, it's A&M, as crazy as that sounds. I think A&M is one of the best teams. I think they're accurately ranked. But nonetheless, I do want to bring up one point. Are we short on time? Like, what are we working with here? I feel like
usually we have an unlimited time when Zombie Bob's on, because Zombie Bob usually goes until the midnight hour.
We're at 55 minutes. I just want to be courteous.
No. But if you need to jump off, but we'll be courteous back.
We train to standard, not to time.
Daniel looked tired. Just straight up, Daniel, you were falling asleep. I don't know if I was boring you, if you're okay.
I was not falling asleep, but I did almost fall asleep before we did this because I put my son to bed. But I'm good.
Austin Thomas and Lane Kiffin do not have the relationship we think they have. I was listening to Mike Scarborough today, and he dropped that nugget that
interesting. I didn't know that.
One of the obstacles that we think is a positive is actually an obstacle. And
because he left Ole Miss?
He left Ole Miss, and he left in a very odd fashion. Something transpired there that they need to mend. And I don't know if Austin Thomas, we're just getting started. I don't know if Austin Thomas is one of those guys. And Brett and I mentioned this yesterday. I don't know if he's actually part of football or part of the operations. Like, I think there's going to have to be a discussion of when you come over, if you sign with us, Austin stays. This is a non-negotiable because he's managing the NIL that we're offering you. Right. And I think that's something that they may need to work out. Just throwing that out there. I think they could get past it. $30 million for a roster can probably heal some old tension. And at the end of the day, like, he left Ole Miss to go to LSU, where he had been before. This is not like a scorned lover type of thing. But Lane Kiffin is one of those guys. Like, I could see him being that type of guy that's just like, this motherfucker left me right when he had.
Yeah, he's like, I brought you to Tennessee from USC because that's Lane.
But Zombie, to your point, like, that's what Lane's about to do too.
Yeah.
And so I think that bridge could be crossed. I don't think that's like a dagger. Right. I just thought that was a very interesting point that this whole time I'm sitting here thinking like, well, we've got Frank, we've got Austin Thomas, like, they've worked together.
Orgeron's going to be the D-line coach.
Right. Like, not all of those people are actually bright spots for him to come work with.
But if he brings in Orgeron, isn't Orgeron and Austin Thomas tight too?
Yeah, the Orgeron thing is strange to me.
Yeah,
Orgeron's a strange guy though.
But how odd is it going to be when they're taking a knee after practice and Kiffin's talking and you look at the 19 banner behind you and you got a picture of Ed O like holding up a fucking trophy and it's just like, you have anything else to say, Ed? Like, you want to give a little talk to the boys? All right, thanks. Like, I feel like an ego at some point will start to fucking creep in. Might not be year one, but like year 2, 3, kind of like, I could fucking do better. Like, the minute we start losing, I could see Ed making his fucking plans, right? Planting seeds. I don't know.
James, you still in the chat? James, he commented earlier about 10 minutes ago.
For the entertainment value of it all, I want Orgeron at Tulane as the head coach.
I'd love that.
I would, but like Rocky from St. Rose and I were talking about that earlier this afternoon.
Who's Rocky from St. Rose?
Long-time caller.
I mean, he goes way back. Long time listener, first time, long time type thing.
Nice.
But Rocky from St. Rose and I were talking about it. But okay, Summerall goes to the SEC, and then you get, the offensive coordinator from Georgia Tech, or you get this young guy, that young guy, and Tulane in 3, 4 years, you're doing the same thing over again. Pay Orgeron $5 million a year. He'll stay there until he retires at Tulane. He knows Louisiana. The entertainment value of Orgeron at Tulane would just be hysterical. But like,
I think I think Ed's like, that's beneath me. I think I mean, for Ed to get his agent to make a fake story about him wanting the Arkansas job, I think he's shooting for the moon. I think he's trying to get some big gigs right now, because there's going to be a lot opening up. Like in the next 2 weeks, we're going to see so many openings left and right, because people are going to.
South Carolina.
South Carolina's open, but like all the spots that are going to be filled with these openings, they're going to have openings, right? So like you're going to see just
Arizona State,
right, of openings. Ole Miss could open with when Lane leaves, right? Tulane opens, like you just mentioned. Who goes to Auburn, right? Does Drinkwitz move over somewhere like Auburn? Who goes to Missouri? Whoever leaves that spot to go to Missouri, what was that? Is that a Memphis job? Like there's going to be so many different moving pieces that I think Ed's going to find his way somewhere. The D-line coach at LSU under Lane,
seems a little far-fetched.
That's fun.
He specifically said he would do it in an interview.
Yeah,
but he never said he wouldn't do anything. Like he was just like, you name it, I'm in. Like he's all in. And so he could be the Tulane coach. I think that would be sick.
I think it'd be funny as hell.
I think he might have something before that, though.
James has said that he thinks that Ed would go back to being the D-line coach at LSU. That's sauces right there, Mike. That's sauces.
Ed said it. Ed said it. That's the sauce. He said it on what show was that?
I don't remember. Was it on? It was on one of the Barstool ones.
Was it Pat McAfee?
I don't know if it was Pat. It may have been a Barstool show. I don't know what it was, but they were asking him like, "Are you ready to come?" Oh, of course I'm ready to come back. Well, would you actually go to LSU and coach under Lane Kiffin as like a D-line coach? Yes. Like before they even finished the game, he's like, "Yes, absolutely."
That is his dream, man. He would be such a. That would be the first Tiger walk where he's coming down the hill, just right.
Oh my God, yeah.
Next to Lane Kiffin.
But does Lane, if Lane goes to LSU, he already is like, yeah, maybe this whole hot yoga stuff I've been preaching is kind of bullshit. I'm going to LSU, I'm taking the money, I'm building a conglomerate, right? Does he double down on that? And he's like, Rosie Finch boys are back.
Frank, because it's him, Frank, and Ed. They're fucking running shop.
Where's Jansen Jackson fit in all this?
Yeah, where's his dad, Gidry?
Oh, Gidry's gonna be on there. So
yeah,
he's an analyst. Yeah, I mean, you could have the boys back in town.
Yeah,
and can you imagine that setup though? And your biggest battle is fucking Kalen DeBoer. I mean, come on. You're going to battle that. You're going to dominate that. Honestly, though, that wouldn't be your biggest battle. Elko's building something, and then you're going to battle Kirby. But that's fine. I think, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm going to go look up the coaching staff.
This is me being devil's advocate. So let's just say we get lucky and he comes here. You're fending off we're going to fend off the NFL every year until he doesn't. It's in Ole Miss. Listen, if he stays at Ole Miss, listen, he's obviously not the apple in his eye like they think they are. Because if he was, he'd already signed. He would have signed 3 weeks ago. I don't.
He would have just said, "I'm the Ole Miss coach, 2026 and beyond." Go fuck yourself.
Yes, we live in reality. Okay, reality is that he doesn't. I mean, he loves. I'm sure he does love Ole Miss. I'm sure he loves being there. But it's not where
this is the best team they've had in the history of the program.
Right.
Yeah, they haven't won anything. They have
to let that sit for a second. This is the best team they have ever had in
West
the history.
Championship banner in their stadium.
Right. And they had 68,000 people show up to watch that team.
And they are probably not going to go past one round of the playoffs. like that. And so I think he thinks about that.
I do.
What is it telling? But Chip, you were onto something there, that every year he's with us, you're going to be fighting the NFL. You're also going to be fighting
Texas.
when DeBoer leaves one day, which is inevitable. He'll lose enough games for them to kick him out, right?
Okay.
That's going to happen one day. It's obviously not happening this year, but it's coming. DeBoer's not staying at Bama for long. Texas is going to come. Bama's going to come. I think those are the two, obviously, right there, that you're going to have to fiend off if we get Lane Kiffin. The NFL, to me, is interesting. If it was happening, it's happening right now. If he's going to the NFL, it's going to be this year to the Giants to coach up Jackson Dart. Right?
Yeah,
I don't think he comes to LSU and starts thinking like, damn, I should have gone to the NFL. I'm going to wait for my next turn, because he's going to be successful here. I have no doubt. If he comes to LSU, he's going to have success. That success is going to plant him in college. Now, does that mean he might want to go to Texas or Alabama? Who the hell knows? Maybe they have more money at that point in time. Maybe we've exhausted our resources, whatever. I don't think he goes to the NFL if he comes to LSU. I think if he goes to the NFL, it's right now.
Yeah, I could totally see Kiffin signed it, and then come January, actually, he has like a 30-day clause. He's going to the Giants, or the Titans. The Titans. He could go to the Titans, coach that quarterback.
No, if he's going pro, he's going to be in the Big Apple.
G-Moo says he was at the Dome when the Saints played the Giants. Kiffin was there.
Interesting.
Then G-Moose also said that they're not going to the SEC championship game.
It still won't make the SEC championship game. Thank God that bet is still. There's like a bet, Mike, between old friends of ours since 2004, 3.
No, it's not quite that old.
It's very old though, and it is. I don't know. Is it over with yet? Or I don't remember the.
It's a 20-year bet that Ole Miss will never make the SEC championship game.
Holy shit, man!
Yeah, it started somewhere in the early Hugh Freeze days.
Don't they still have but they still have a possibility right now?
Yeah, a lot of things got to happen. It's got to be a U.S. World Cup debacle from 2017.
Texas just has to beat A&M.
No, I think Alabama.
No, they're the 4th team in line. They're the 4th.
Yeah, team. Alabama has to lose.
I thought Oh no, they only have one. Okay, yeah.
Florida State.
You need 2 upstates. So the Iron Bowl has to go Auburn, and then
Texas has to beat A&M.
Yeah, Texas has beat A&M, which is possible.
Those are both very possible.
I don't think Auburn's going to be.
No, I don't think Texas is going to fucking sniff A&M. To be honest with you,
I think Texas beats A&M.
No,
really?
No, yeah. I think A&M's going to fucking destroy them.
Yeah, I'm on the Brandon Walker.
They're going to be very up for that game. A&M has been waiting.
That's another one. Listen, I don't put any validity in what Brandon Walker says. As much as I like him.
Hold on, Chip. I'm saying I'm agreeing with him in the fact that I think that they're proven that they're not as good as they're being hyped up to be right now. Like, yes, they came back from 30-3, but they were still down 30-3.
30-3.
What does that have to do with overcoming Texas?
I think Texas is better than South Carolina, and it's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
They have had the easiest schedule in the SEC.
They have.
But the eye test, as someone that watches football.
Absolutely. I do agree with that part.
You have to look at A&M and be like, objectively, they're fucking good.
Yeah, they got the right guy in place.
I hate it. Don't get. I like, this is just me being very unbiased, very objective. Like, they look very fucking good.
Hey, do you remember their coaching search? I mean, obviously you remember the Kentucky coach going over there. Who was their number 1 guy though? Was it those two?
It was Stoops and Elko, right?
It was Elko. They wanted Elko because he was the DC there with Jimbo.
Yeah, but they I know they had Stoops on a plane that landed.
Stoops apparently was offered, and they like shit a brick. Like the whole, because I remember I had family members being like, "Oh yeah, fucking Stoops."
I couldn't remember if they I guess the third was their interim coach. They were like, just promote him if you're going to promote Stoops, if you're going to get Stoops. Yeah.
Who was the interim?
That D-line coach at South Carolina, or the defensive coordinator. Yeah. He's a good coach. I wouldn't mind if he ever came back to LSU. But he's not a head coach. Another thing. It was like the people that like want to hire Frank Wilson, or
yeah. Well, Chip is in the Lane Kiffin is coming to Baton Rouge camp, and he gave a subtle hint tonight with the hat that Chip's wearing. Chip's wearing a Catholic High hat because he's got the inside source that
this is red.
You waited till an hour and 10 to drop this nugget.
I just wanted to give the loyal listeners
a nugget at an hour and 10.
Just wanted to give the loyal listeners something.
Oh, I don't think
that Catholic High is. That's where the kids going. Lane's kids going to Catholic High.
That's why Chip's wearing the Catholic High hat tonight.
It's a Cincinnati. It's a Cleveland Indians hat, but
it looks orange. Looks orange to me.
It's red.
I thought it was. I thought it was a done deal for U-High.
I don't know. Lots of NIL reports back and forth on that.
I want to believe. Of
course, I love it when I see that, but then I'm like. And look, there are some people who are probably have a point on both sides, but it's hard to read between the lines because
it is very hard. We're both of our fucking wackos are like, it's done. It's already done. Like,
and then they yell at you too, like I said before.
The deal is done in principle. The MOA is done. Like everything's in.
As G Moose said earlier, we all have PTSD because we've been left at the altar before.
That's what I said. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Or it's cut. What did Nick Saban say, Daniel? What did he call it?
Catastrophe syndrome. When Chip was freaking out on Sunday that Frank Wilson was inevitable, you were saying it was inevitable, Chip.
That's
I did say it. Listen, I'm really. No,
Andy Dillingham
he doesn't
in our back pocket.
He loves to never put any context to it. Obviously,
but were you not saying that?
Yeah, but I also you said a bunch of things that he thinks. He's also said we're going to get Billy Napier. I said I think it would happen.
I said if it's up to the governor, we're going to get Billy Napier.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If it's up to the governor, we're going to get.
All I said is I could see it happening. I wasn't saying it's 100% fucking happening. I got sources that were on a plane with. But it wouldn't surprise me. Let's just
No, I wouldn't be shocked if we could do it. If we pulled this off, I would be ecstatic, but I would also be like, good.
Would you be surprised we hired Wilson though? No, you wouldn't be. No, and that's what I'm saying. We're the same. Listen, LSU has had a lack of leadership problem for a very long time. And I remember Daniel saying this last year, and a lot of people agree with him. Listen, and it's people are like, shut the fuck up. That's not true. It's minor, but the field was disgusting looking by the end of it. And listen, it's all that matters. You think it's Nick Saban? Is that field going to look like it? They played baseball on it. It looked like freaking. But I'm not. Listen, that is so minor, and that isn't nitpicking. But they didn't care. They didn't care. Not even the AD cared. I don't care what anyone says.
If Frank Wilson is named our head coach, I'm going to have to do a deep dive and reevaluate my life.
It would be an absolute letdown.
And how I invest my time. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, no, and you should. And if it does happen, people should get pissed. But they won't. And that's what scares me. And yes, it's PTSD, like Moose said. It is. And I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. But it's scary, just like it's scary that the governor is overly involved, and every single governor is always involved in LSU sports. It's scary that
there's one governor that's not going to give Frank Wilson the job. It's Landry. So I think we're okay there.
But that's why he's going to give it to Napier. He wants a Louisiana guy.
That's not Napier.
Let's.
He went to ULL.
Those are the two I would be just upset. Other than that, you could probably talk me into anyone else. Coordinator, anybody else.
Let's vote right now. We're going to go around the horn. Okay. Lane Kiffin leaves us at the altar next week, right? Because this is happening next week, right? If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it could happen between tonight and let's say Wednesday before the Egg Bowl. I think that's the deadline of when LSU's kind of
the Egg Bowl's on Thursday, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Friday.
So
Friday.
yeah,
Black Friday.
So, but still, I don't think the night before is when shit's going to happen. I think it's a couple days into next week.
Delhi will have the story by then.
We will know if he's staying or going to Florida, right? We'll understand that by sometime next week.
Mm-hmm.
LSU moves on. Who is your number one target that you hope we move on to? Daniel.
Oh, shit. I got to go first. Zombie, you go first.
Is this reality? Are we living in reality? Are we hoping?
No.
Is this
Our choice, or what do we think is going to happen?
This is your choice with a touch of what you think could happen. I'm not talking Nick Saban.
No.
I'm not talking Kirby.
I'll lead it off.
Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
Because I'll stir the drink a little bit here. I've been pretty consistent on this one. Kelvin Sheppard.
I thought you were going to go with Drinkwitz. You said stir the drink.
No.
Fun.
He's not that quick.
I'm gonna go against what you said earlier about offensive guy. I think the LSU, and this is another thing our old man used to always say, LSU football is about defense. You go all the way back to the 50s and the Chinese Bandits. LSU is built on having a dominant defense. I want to bring back the physicality. I don't think there's anybody better to do that on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, he fucking the only defensive coordinator who has stopped the tush push. I think he would come here. I think you can. That way you keep Frank Wilson, you keep the recruiting class together. You can start recruiting at a high level. The resources are there to groom him on the job. I don't believe that he's not qualified. You can't tell me a guy who is qualified to be an NFL head coach is not qualified to be the LSU head coach. So that's a bullshit narrative to me. I would want to return to being the fucking dominant defense that shuts down everybody, and we'll figure out the offense. But that's
I don't hate that at all. You could
sign me up for that, and I'd be cool. Great.
We got on board with that, Mike, a few weeks back, and we were talking last night. It seems like Brian Kelly got fired 20 years ago.
I know,
and that we've just been roaming through this chaos day after day after day. But the joke on Twitter was if Saban was still at Alabama, Napier and Brian Kelly and James Franklin would all be analysts on Alabama staff already. So I could get aboard. We talked about Kelvin Sheppard. I could get aboard with that and just surround him
100%.
with former head coaches that he can lean on, as position coaches and coordinators and grow into it. Because I think it's a different. You caught the T-Bob interview with Braden Fajoko and BT and the other guy, but they were talking about Tommy Moffitt. I do think that college football changed even since Brian Kelly was first on LSU's campus, and Tommy Moffitt's not going to go kick a kid today in NIL world in the ribs like he did in that story that T-Bob was relaying. So somebody that can coach and to have been there and done that and motivate these kids like he's doing in the NFL, I'd be all over Kelvin Sheppard. To answer your question originally posed, Kelvin Sheppard's 37. If we're going to go young, let's go fucking young, and I'll take Dillingham. Bring me the quarterback and Dillingham, and let's be 35 years old and the whiz kid. Let's ride, So
I love that too.
That is two awesome options.
Yeah,
that's two awesome options. And I don't want to jump the gun here because we're going clockwise. I'm a Dillingham guy as well. I think that's my number 2, 100%. You've got a guy that was trusted by Mike Norvell, and he trusted him out of nowhere. He was a kid. It was like, he was begging for the job, etc. We brought him in. He brought him in. He gave him an opportunity. He promoted him to OC, and they were sick on offense, right? How much of that was Norvell? I don't know. But he inherited that. He absorbed that. And he took that with Gus Malzahn. Went there, made Bo Nix. The only year Bo Nix was worth a shit at Auburn was because of Kenny Dillingham, right? Dillingham then goes back with Norvell at Florida State. And then the ultimate testament to who he is you get a defensive-minded guru in Dan Lanning, his first opportunity to make an offensive hire. Who does he trust? A young 30-year-old Kenny Dillingham.
Right.
Pulls him over. He wants to reunite him with Bo Nix, makes Bo Nix legit again, at Heisman contender. The 2022 offensive at Oregon was sick. was it Bucky Irving, Bo Nix? Like he made those guys shine, right? It was a battle between offenses between Kalen DeBoer and Kenny Dillingham at Oregon. And then he gets a shot at Arizona State. He rebuilds them 2 years into it. He's in the playoffs. Sure, he's got Scattaboo. He knows how to.
I love Scattaboo, man.
Right? Like
he got him.
He wins Recruiter of the Year twice. Like he is a grinder. You give that type of energy the keys to a kingdom,
right?
In 2026,
right?
Shit's gonna happen. My concern with Kenny, there's always a flip side to it. How much is he going to be influenced by outside forces? Coming into an unknown territory in the SEC at LSU, how much of this Louisiana influence that are in that ops building, hey, you need to retain this guy, you need to hire this cat, you need to do this. How much is a 35-year-old going to sit back and be like, okay, I trust you, and get fucked? I don't know. I think there's some elements there that needs to be worked through, but he is my number 2. Absolutely. Chip.
It's like I want to believe you on the Kenny Dillingham. I'm trying to look and see who his agent is. It's not.
I don't want you to go Kenny here.
He doesn't have an agent, and he's about to switch to Jimmy Sexton. That's why his name's going up the boards.
That makes me feel a little.
That's a scoop there. That's a scoop there.
Good scoop.
Is that a Daniel scoop? Are you joking?
That's somebody who's named in the Brian Kelly lawsuit.
He doesn't have an agent.
Okay. No, he doesn't.
Well, he does, but it's like small time guy.
Oh, like Trace Armstrong.
Smaller, like high school buddy type of deal.
Yeah, it is his high school buddy. I knew that. I did know that.
But he's getting serious about his representation.
It's an Arizona State situation. So he's gone. Kenny's leaving, by the way. He did interview at Auburn. Fun fact.
Is that who they might think they have on the line?
I think Kenny Dillingham is waiting to see what else opens up.
But nothing happens until Lane happens.
I don't think he leaves Arizona State for just anything.
Yeah, Lane's the first domino's got to fall for all that other stuff to happen.
But Lane, I don't know who said it today. I heard it. I read it. But somebody's like Mike said earlier, Lane, the situation with Lane has to come to a head and has to have resolution because he's so awkward every time he's in front of a microphone, and he can't just say, "I'm staying at Ole Miss," because he doesn't want to stay at Ole Miss. He wants to go somewhere else. He knows his limitations or the limitations. Because Mike, we talked about this last night. Ole Miss can win, and they can have the best year that they ever have if they have one of the most elite coaches in the country and the best transfer portal and this. It's like it has to be a perfect storm for a program like that to be at this level, because it's not going to happen all the time. And we're so biased, towards the purple and gold and Louisiana. But Nick Saban came here because he realized, okay, well, I'm Michigan State trying to go up against Michigan. If I'm at LSU, I just have to build the wall around the state, and then boom.
Let me go to Dunham and get the number 1 quarterback in the nation.
Right.
I mean, like, not that I think that kid is that elite, right? But the point stands. If you don't think he's that elite, that's fine. Go to Evangel.
Right. You just call up the number 1 quarterback that was committed last year to LSU.
100%. I mean, like that. All of that is in play if you have a guy. But no, I think there's one of two things happening with Lane. He either doesn't want to go, or he has jumped the shark on how long he can actually troll everybody. And he's staying at Ole Miss, and he's creating a bigger mess than needs to happen. And it's the Brandon Walker take, where he has gotten the glory, right? He's gotten the camera back on him. Daniel's coming back, right? He's just,
I would imagine he runs the ship.
Well, let's keep going.
No, so we'll keep rolling here. He had a roach problem.
Exactly.
But I think he wants the stage. He wants the cameras on him, right? And I think right now we have the cameras on him, and he's soaking in as long as possible. And he's going to come back and say, "I'm doing this at Ole Miss. I'm staying put." That's the other angle here. Either way, it has to happen like by next week. we're not going to do this like round one.
Happens by Friday. I think we'll know by Friday. I really do. I don't see how it can go past Saturday.
I agree. If I had to put money on it, my bet is before the weekend, before Sunday, we're going to have some type of bombshell breaking news about Lane Kiffin. That's not from Tiger Droppings. It's going to
I think it's going to happen on College Game Day.
You think he announces that he's staying on College Game Day?
I think he announces, yes. The longer it goes, the more I think he's staying. I don't know.
Like, is he that big of a troll where, like, tonight he was going nuts on Twitter?
Right.
Like,
he said
he fired off like
show.
4 tweets in a row. The light show tweet.
Yeah.
He did another tweet, like, bring it back, like Egg Bowl stuff. Like, he did a Mike Leach tweet. Like, and everything is capped with the hottie toddy stuff, the hearts with the colors. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like you're staying, right? I don't know. Like, that's the guy here.
And that's the part of me that doesn't want him. Like, that's the part of
I'm over this. Don't get me wrong.
But he's the hot. I'm sorry, Mike.
Like, there's no way they win the Egg Bowl now, right? Like, their team is so distracted.
So distracted.
God, I hope fucking
Zombie. What I'm saying is, like, I'm so exhausted by the theatrics. Like, we have been in the Lane sweepstakes for a handful of days, and I'm already like, this sucks. Like, at the end of the day, like, I want him to say something.
Lane Kiffin is that hot, crazy fucking chick that you want to break up with, that you can't break up with because the sex is so fucking good, right? Like, drives you fucking insane, everyone else at the bar, and you're ready to kill her. But it's like the sex is so fucking hot, you know. It's like
I'll tell you this though. You're speaking of hot chicks. If I had a guarantee that Kenny Dillingham today was like, "Hey, I'm in," like, end the shit with Lane, and I'm your coach tomorrow. I quit Arizona State. I'd probably take that.
I disagree with that.
I'm at that point right now with the Lane saga that I'm just like, I want this to be over.
Right? I worry that we don't have the foresight and leadership to do that. Because if you have, and granted, there's a different AD, but that's another one. Like, I like him. Just FYI, I like.
I know.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm pushing it so hard. I'm pushing Dilly. I know that. I know it sounds.
I think it'd be a great hire. I would be ecstatic with Dilly.
Listen, I was a Brian Kelly guy. I have no fucking room to.
Everyone was. It was a good hire. It was a good hire. It didn't work out.
Saban won, DeGrasse won, the Cajun
won. Of
course, the winningest coach in college football was going to come here and win, except nobody knew he was addicted to golfing.
Well, I think
you didn't know he retired.
You said it, Zombie. The game, or somebody said it last night.
Yeah, I think
the game changed as soon as he got, like, it changed within a year and a half of him getting here.
I agree.
And I think I
had no incentive to change.
Yes,
right.
and that's on our administration, our athletic administration.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and I feel like I worry that they give a shit more about girls fucking basketball, which is an awful sport. Than they do fucking. I think Kenny Dillingham would be a great hire. I worry that. Now you tell him Daniel, with that nugget that he's gonna switch. That changes things to me. That he's going to switch agents. So
who's this guy? You didn't name your guy.
I can't name the guy. I can't.
No.
Chip.
You had Sheppard. We had Kenny. You can't.
This is what Chip does. Chip dances around. And you got to pin him down.
I know you like.
He's got to throw stones, dude. If you did that to him, he'd flip out. Anyways, so I think listen.
Plant a flag, Chip. Plant your flag.
Before Dellinger put out the numbers that we're going, and Dellinger's not going to put it out unless he knows it for a fact, right? I don't think Frank Wilson's an option now. And that was before. That was 5 days before that. This number's been put out.
But I also want your opinion on who you want.
I think it's going to be Kelvin Sheppard.
I love that. Okay, so we're in the Kelvin and Dillingham.
We're young,
but I think you miss on a few guys first, and I think other guys go other places. because
I think the point of this exercise, though, we only got 2 guys listed, and that's fine. But we are in such alignment right now from what I'm hearing, like being so locked into what I'm reading, listening to every podcast, every show. The money is there. The boosters are there. The backing is ready to fucking win. A lot of guys are going to make this work. And if we end up with a Kelvin Sheppard, if we end up with a Kenny Dillingham, it's going to be fucking solid. Just give me the goddamn number.
Speaking of numbers, what is Dillingham's salary at Arizona State right now?
7,
5 or 6.
7.4.
we got a raise last year, I believe, at what $1.8 million raise.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot higher than I thought it was going to be.
With this Johnny Manziel, but with Johnny
well, he went to the playoffs last year.
Yeah. No,
Like,
he's a hot
damn.
commodity. He is known, like in circles, people are circling him as the next big thing of college football.
Yeah, and he's one of,
Does
yeah,
he leave his alma mater?
Yeah. If
One of
for
the
the
greatest-
right job. For the right job.
Yeah, for one of the greatest turnarounds in history, right? They were 2-8
or some shit.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, they were.
Well, I mean, Herm Edwards, you know.
Yeah,
But here's the thing about Kenny. The only
Herm
thing
was there.
I do know he's obsessed with Arizona State, right? That's his home.
That's
He
his
loves
home.
it there. They just built a brand. Like I was reading stuff about it. They're like, yeah, he's in the process right now of
They got
building
money.
his dream home, right? Like, and he's got like a compound where he's got like his buddies and his family that he like builds out. Like he's setting up shop at Arizona State. Like it's a hard pull to get him out of there. I think it will happen, but does it happen this early? I think is the question.
Sure.
One day we will see Kenny Dillingham coaching at a big school.
Right.
I don't know if it's going to be this soon, but I don't want us to be the team that's like, well, we didn't really try. Like I want us to give that a shot.
and I think that's how we were. We didn't really try.
Yeah.
That's what concerns me, and that's what gives everyone PTSD. And like I mean, and I worry that that's still kind of the same thing with.
You're not going to do it at Arizona State. You're not. You're not going to do it there.
No.
If you can't do it at USC, you're not doing it at Arizona State.
Well, the margins are actually harder because it's basically a one bid league, like in basketball. Like there's only one team that's going to make the college football playoff every year out of that league because it's so bad.
I mean, he's out there this week, like begging restaurants to put players on their menu.
I saw that.
Right.
I saw that. He's begging the NIL thing. And with LSU, he doesn't need to do that.
He's a
So
big
la-
recruiter,
They're
and
going to
he
put him up
wants
on
somebody
the without even asking.
So last night, me and Zombie talked about that. If Bauer Sharp was a menu item, what would he be?
God. Oh God.
What did we say, Zombie? Liver and
For
onions?
context, Mike, I said because I do not like French onion soup. I said French onion soup.
I like French onion soup.
I'm waiting for Brett to pop in the chat with a banger, but he's pretty quick with those type of things. Whatever the worst item is, whatever
Liver and onions.
like whatever the worst item is on every section of the menu, not
Right.
just the appetizers, right? The motherfucker can't block, he can't
He
catch,
can't catch. He can't hold on to the
can't do anything
ball.
right. We saw last year he couldn't throw. Like he can't do anything right.
Hey, G Moose, have you ever been to Hawaii? Spam is
Well,
fantastic.
spam is huge in Hawaii, man.
Yeah,
Like it's under lock and key at the Costco
it's
in Hawaii.
really good. Whatever they do in Hawaii, if you go to a restaurant there and get the whatever it is,
Spam?
it's fantastic.
Yeah, actually talking to my relatives in Hawaii today about potlucks. About potlucks in Hawaii.
You guys
They
are
said they're
related?
awful.
Potlucks are awful there. They
Yeah, 'cause
have
it's
they
all-
have spam breakfast
It's all
sandwiches at
spam?
McDonald's in Hawaii.
It's
Ooh,
pretty
this is
now,
Jay-
granted, it's good to have it every once in a while in Hawaii.
Wait. You can
Wait.
go to a fast food restaurant in
In
Hawaii
Hawaii.
and get spam.
Yes.
Dark meat chicken.
Kentucky chicken.
You know what Bauer Sharp is? He's boneless, baked, boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
Ugh,
Baked.
God.
But
I'm
they're
getting-
also like very expensive.
All right, Mike. With
Yeah.
your clock? How long are we into this now? An hour and a
Wait,
half.
G Moose says Sharp
We're an hour
couldn't
and a
catch
half.
herpes in a whorehouse with a fistful of
I've got
hundreds.
15 minutes. I got 15
All right.
minutes.
So look, Mike. This is the question for you. We're putting you on the spot. What kind of bush does Gail Benson have?
Jeez. Now we're in the late night hour. We're
Clearly
fucking-
a landing strip.
She's got
Clearly
a
a
landing strip.
high,
She's
high.
no fucking way.
yeah, she gets waxed. Like that's somebody that's asking other people.
She's
what
waxed,
she
but she has like a landing strip. It's like an eye.
yeah. Yeah.
Chip, how do you prefer yours?
Tom?
I'm not like saying I don't want it to be like one of them Kim Kardashian new underwear things where they have the built in where it's I don't want a hippie chick, but I like a little substance.
This
I
was
didn't
actually
used to when I was a
topic of
younger guy.
conversation, not by choice, on the Go Team a while back.
I have been catching those, how randomly, maybe it's just me, but you'll randomly be scrolling your For You page on Instagram. Don't ever show those to your boys. And it's just like these bushes popping out of bikinis. I'm like, is this a thing? Is
That's
this a new
gross.
thing?
It's a thing.
Is this a new thing?
I'm talking like a little. I'm talking like just.
Yeah.
I'm okay with.
I
Gail.
think she's got a full bush.
Gail?
No way.
Yeah.
No, I think she's got.
No,
a trim.
dude.
She's got. A
What
trim.
else does she have to do except for get waxes?
To
She's got a
defend
trim.
Mickey
She's got a
Loomis.
wax
Oh
and-
no, to buy new horses, right?
Yeah.
That's what her and Mickey Loomis.
She's not
are
paying
upstairs doing.
attention to the operation.
No.
She fucking says Mickey's fine. Are you
Right.
crazy?
Right.
What about
buying
Kim?
new
What
horses.
is what bush is she rolling with? She rolling with Bush or? I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, Mulkey's rolling with a full
I don't
bush.
know what it is.
Mulkey's got a bush. Mulkey's got a bush.
I think she's got another one.
Shit.
I would probably.
No,
Yeah.
but she's a runner, right? She's working out. She probably keeps it tight.
Listen, Chip says he would marry Kim Mulkey. Is that still
There was a
true,
time
Chip?
until she listen. You can't at LSU. You can't shit on the football program, and I know she probably didn't. Maybe she didn't mean to, but to me, I took it as a shit on. Now I'm very anti women's basketball these days. So very just because
Yeah, exactly, G Moose. Exactly.
We were talking a little women's basketball at the tailgate with Chip's dad this past week.
I told him, I said,
Can you
bring
guys-
it up. I swear to God, Dad, you bring it up. I'm not talking to you all day.
Can you guys fill me in on what happened at the tailgate and why Grant was being so secretive about this?
Oh, he was
about,
trolling.
like,
He was trolling you. Had to have been because I was
Right.
About
there.
what?
but like I said that immediately, and then he kept coming back like 3 hours later and was just like, "Got to ask Skip about these rumors." I'm like, again,
What rumors?
you're.
I don't
full
know.
of
I didn't
shit.
tell him any rumors. That
Wait, I
like,
couldn't hear. What?
So they all Saturday in our group me, we have a Pot of Gold group me, and Grant was tailgating and he's messaging me and Brett, and he's like, "The fucking rumors are out of control on campus today." And so naturally, we're like, "What you got? Like, what's being said?" And he just, he gives like an eye emoji. I'm just like, "All right, here we go." I'm like, "Okay, like just let it be." And then he's like, "You're gonna have to talk to Chip and Daniel about that." I was told.
I
that
never told him
I
anything.
told that I can't say anything, and like he kept it going, and we just started ignoring him. We're like, "All right, dude, you're full of shit."
Yeah.
Like 4 hours go by. We're talking about other games, and he's just like, "The fucking rumors today were out of control." And he's like, but you got to talk to Chip about it. I'm just like, I'm not falling for this. So he was full of shit, right? Like there's
Yeah, what did we talk?
obviously
We
at
talked
this-
about
obviously
fajitas.
2 hours into the show, like you would have said something.
I don't know, but your brother said the funniest thing I've ever heard.
That's right.
But I never said anything to him, and when you said that last night, I was like, he definitely was trolling, because I asked him what he thinks. Did his boy say anything? I mean, I know he's a very reputable person
No, he doesn't know what's going on, and
which is probably the truth. That's
Yeah.
probably which scares the shit out of me, by the way.
but he
Because
also,
I don't think Lane knows, so nobody knows.
yeah, but he also knows Grant would immediately say it on the podcast. So like, I don't know how much Ryan's going to tell him, but what did Chris say?
Oh, he just said, "Listen, dude, Camp and I have lost a lot of weight," and he's like, dude, besides you guys, all these other guys are like on Ozempic. So I mean, they don't care. all of Grant's friends will.
He is a big anti-Ozempic, and here's
As
why.
you should be.
Here's why. And we do have a hereditary contraindication that is the only contraindication for Ozempic. So Chris is extremely anti-Ozempic. As somebody that would obviously, him and I would both love to dabble every once in a while and be able to get a jump start on some family pictures season, right? But nonetheless, we can't do it. I have rebelled and tried, and I have my family history on file, and they're like, absolutely not. So that's
I mean, we're very
anti-Ozempic.
We're anti-Ozempic too. We did it all portionized. I mean, Daniel dieted more, but I worked out a lot and portionized. But anyways,
was a lot of potluck meals that you were doing to help you lose weight, or
as long as they got
Daniel's good.
Or was it the cancer from the
you put cancer bags on it, man? I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah.
So
Mike, I'm healthy as a fucking horse because I'm fat as fuck. Because like about a year ago, I had a little bit of a health scare, and you go on to Google MD, and it's like, this is my symptoms, and blah 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 blah. It's like unexplained weight loss. The number 3 symptom. Yep, I ain't got that. Like, I don't have this. I don't have that. Ain't no unexplained weight loss going on over here with me. So healthy as a fucking horse.
It was just funny when your brother said that though, because he's hilarious, and by the way, he looks great. Love him.
No, he's always a good guy. No, they were in town for the weekend. They stopped in. Wonderful to see the baby.
Yeah, beautiful baby.
She's so
Grant's baby too, another beautiful baby. But that's why you fired him, Mike, and that's why we're taking him from you, because he's freaking talking bullshit. But we never told him anything.
We're not taking him. We're just negotiating in good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to think about that in negotiations for him putting our name out there. I bet he was like, "Hey, watch this." Look at
in reality,
all right, here's the question: What's the
5 a.m. right now in Paris or something like that? That's where he is right now. So he's probably watching. This.
Nice.
He's got to go to the catacombs. He's got to tour the catacombs.
He would love to hear from you. Tell him.
Fucking A. What was I going to say? All right. If Jimmy Sexton is Grant's agent and he's playing Pot of Gold off of the Geaux Team, who is the third pod that Jimmy Sexton is bringing in to drive up the price amongst the two of us for Grant the intern?
Probably Carter's film session.
Okay.
Okay.
What about the boys who like to think?
I don't know if they're still around, man. I don't know if they're still around.
What was the other one that was real popular in like 2000?
What did he change his name to? One Team, One Podcast. What's his name? He's still on Twitter. I follow him still.
Oh, he changed his name?
Yeah, he's out there. I forget what it is.
And they were kind of a hit for a second there.
Yeah, One Team, One Pod. Whenever we died, a lot of people like jumped in and made
that was when they took in.
And they dug in. One Team, One Pod was one of the first ones to kind of fill that gap. Are You Serious did really well filling that gap. And he's done a hell of a job. Like, I know a lot of people like to hate on Blake, but
he's a grinder, man.
He's a fucking grinder.
His style isn't what I like listening to.
No, I don't like him yelling.
But he grinds.
But he does.
I have a lot of respect for Blake, like recently of the past 6 months. And he's been friendly with us lately. So
I thought you didn't know y'all were.
Right. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, lately he's been friendly. Like, he's acknowledging and we're talking. So
I've said a lot of mean things about him, but
Blake said, he's just, here's the deal. If you go solo and he quits his job and he's doing this every single day, all day, absolutely. And he's putting in the effort, and like at times you listen to it, you're like, he's making some points here that I do agree with, like I do respect listening to him. I think he would be a number 3 on Sexton's list, but I don't think he would take Grant as an intern. He's got too high of expectations. We go with the flow with our show.
Yeah. Once you see Grant's, how long it takes him to set everything up. It's
a setup, dude. It's a long process. It's a very long process.
Everything's got to be perfect, man. Everything's
does
You
gotta
got to
good
take him off
job.
the list, Daniel. I mean, it's just I'm getting too many negative vibes.
He
now.
does interject a little much. Like he gets a little too comfortable with the microphone. Sometimes we have to cut him off.
He's funny, man.
But no, it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. I
Well,
think
that's the
he,
whole
kn-
thing.
he knows his bit and he plays it well.
Yeah, I didn't get anybody why they were talking shit about him that one time. He's a wonderful person.
I think that was part of a bit. I think it's like Grant sucks, he's gay, whatever. It's like I think that's the point, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just in my own little world, but
he's got to make sure he hits record too.
Hit record. That's
we
fine.
went 20 minutes on mute with Grant before. 20 minutes on mute.
My bad, guys. My bad.
Hey, I just realized we were on mute.
Yeah, and it's usually when Brett and I are just in a fucking flow state.
Right.
You know,
Right.
where it's like
It's always the worst time.
20 minutes of greatness.
yeah,
Right,
Brett's
right.
like, start fresh. We're like, I don't know what we just said.
Grant does a great job on baseball.
Loves
previews.
baseball. He's a
That's
baseball-
what we're trying to sign him. We're trying to get him away from pot of gold for the start of baseball season.
This season.
baseball guru.
I'm trying to get Brett more involved in baseball. Brett is not a big baseball guy. Specifically,
He's a basketball guy. He needs to do more basketball.
Yeah, I would love to. For
Brett, you need to do more basketball if you're still out there in the chat.
He's lingering, I'm sure. But Grant is a baseball guru. He's obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with LSU baseball as well. We're gonna go hard this year with LSU baseball podcast.
I love it. I love it.
We'll be fine.
Baseball-
We just won the fucking national championship. You have to.
Yeah, we have the best coach in college baseball.
This
It's
season's
crazy.
gonna slap.
hard.
Dude. Have you seen this roster? Like Jay's out of control right now. I love every minute of it.
Zombie,
so
have you
fun.
seen the baseball roster?
No, but I want to circle back. Kelvin Sheppard. What is Kelvin Sheppard's salary at Detroit?
Oh, if I had to guess,
1.5.
2.5?
no, more than that.
Do they pay their? I don't know what the NFL defense. I just don't follow.
Well,
enough.
NFL doesn't always have to disclose, right? So
915.
I knew it was low.
Like I was surprised at that.
Way off on that.
And before the clock strikes midnight, Mike, LSU's at Tennessee next year. Are we doing a road trip?
I guess I'll break news. Having a baby. Yeah. So,
Mikey, congratulations. That's fucking
thank you.
awesome, man.
Pray for
I
health,
don't
baby.
know if I'll be able to break away. We are expecting a baby boy. So
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome, Mikey.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Little Jack. So throwing names out there. We're workshopping.
Okay.
So
No,
yeah, I would love
congratulations
to. I would love to. I don't know if I'll be able to break away with a newborn. If I can, I'd love to.
Okay.
But
Going back 100%.
maybe I'll bring the kid.
Okay. I mean, you might as well introduce them to LSU football. Before we jump off, one of the funniest stories ever that happened to me. It's COVID, but like you could go out, and I'm at the Barnes and Noble here in Utopia, right? But I'm like, this is how lame my life was at that point. It's a Friday night. I either had dinner at my mom's back when I had a mom, or we went out to dinner or something. And we
no,
go
you
to
can't
Barnes
say
and
it like that
Noble.
you can't say it like that on the podcast. Then it sounds like she died.
She's still
She
alive.
did. No, well, I don't know. that she
Back
is,
when I
but
had
anyway.
a mom.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
it sounds like she died.
anyway, so I'm just like, walking through the empty aisles of books and everything. This very attractive lady comes walking towards me and says, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And literally, I turned around to look to see who she was talking to, because there's no way she's talking to me, right? And I literally turned and looked, and there's nobody behind me. It's COVID. It's Friday night. It's Barnes and Noble. And I look back, and I'm like, "I'm sorry." And she's like, "How are you?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry. Do I know you?" And she's like, "I hope so. You were at my wedding." And I'm like, "Oh my God, like
Oh, no.
loser." It is Mrs. Mike. So and that was a funny.
Well, was she
So
wearing
no,
a
congratulations in all sincerity. Congratulations to you
mask? Thank
both.
you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And that's
That's
one of the
awesome.
reasons, Zombie, that your sister in Hawaii thinks that you have memory loss.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
I have
Really?
no loss.
Yeah, because you always say the same things over and over again. And I'm like, no, that's just what Zombie Bob's been doing for 30 years.
Well, the
If
funny
you have
thing
memory
is,
loss, zombie, then we all have memory loss.
I have memory.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a joke.
yeah, but my circle, Mike, is going like this, right? So I don't have as many people to tell the story to, and I still repeat myself all the time. So it's like, oh, did I tell you? It's like, yeah, asshole.
Well, that's what I told
Yeah.
your sisters. You start every story with "Stop me if I've told you this." You've been doing that for 30 years.
I do remember you telling me that story. I do remember her telling me she ran into you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like shit. That's over 5 years ago. But
It's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, but it was funny as hell. It's so funny. It's like there's no way she's talking to me.
So
Wow, just think of how good looking the baby's going to be.
You
It's
never
gonna be
know.
beautiful. It's gonna be good looking.
Between Mike and Mrs. Mike, absolutely, absolutely.
I appreciate that. We're very excited. I guess we've been keeping it under wraps, but we're at a good point in time now where it's getting light. We're not big, like we haven't done any like of the announcements or like Facebook stuff, but like I don't think we're doing that. I think it's just when we say it, we say
You don't
it.
need to.
It's whatever it is. Like I have no problem talking about it.
I hate the people that post all that stuff just to post it on
Like,
social
It's,
media.
it's for self gratification.
I'm doing it so I can tell people that I haven't spoken to in 15 years that we're having.
Hey, look! I just
Wait.
popped the balloon and it put. It's got baby
I have a
balloon on
question
it.
though, Mike. Before we
Yeah.
jump off, is the baby shower going to be potluck?
Bring your cancer bags.
No, it won't be potluck. We'll have it
Okay.
catered. I'm sure. The beautiful thing about my brother's side.
I was wondering if you were going to say they were doing it. That's some
I-
high dollar catering.
They're probably. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but I know that they're in the catering world. Everything that they're involved in is elite, elite when it comes to food. So I'm sure something like that will be done.
Okay. No cancer bags.
No
No cancer.
There will be no crock pots at the
Do
show.
you know how
No.
the cancer bag for the crock pot was invented? You know, the diaper genie? I don't know if they still have it, but the diaper genie back when my kids were little, 25 years ago.
They still got
Yeah,
it.
you take the
They
dirty
got 'em.
diaper and you put it in the thing and it wraps it up and then, it's contained into a plastic bag, probably scented or whatever. Somebody looked at that and it's like, oh, if I put that in the crock pot, I bet you I don't have to clean the crock pot with all the Velveeta cake to the side.
My dad was telling me the other day, because this is the first time I've ever been, able to acknowledge like diaper situations, but like apparently they used to like have cloth diaper, like
Oh, yeah.
cotton
Oh yeah.
and you
Yeah.
put them out and like people would pick them up and like it was like a recycle.
I bet you Zombie Bob was probably in cloth diapers.
I was probably in club. Like I remember my younger siblings back when I had younger siblings. I remember the
They're
dirty,
alive. They're alive.
I remember the dirty diapers, like the poop diapers in the toilet, like almost like soaking, like to get the poop out, and then they'd like take the 3 or 4 or 5 of them.
No, but like people would pick them up. Like that's what I don't understand. Like what was
you had to
this-
wash them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just cloth.
But there
And
was
They
like,
like
say
a
like the milk
company-
guy, like
like
say
a milkman. Like someone would
Yeah.
come pick up diapers and they bring
I've
another
heard that.
set to you.
oh, that I mean, we were poor, Mike. So whoever was washing these.
This was in New Orleans.
Oh no, I don't doubt it. I mean, look, our grandfather and grandmother out in New Orleans East, the coffee man used to come and they had, their own coffee guy that delivered it. They had the glass bottles of milk that were delivered.
Yeah.
So I don't doubt it.
Love
I don't know.
Maybe we should make the cloth diapers a thing again.
We should.
That is a trend that's coming back.
Yeah.
Cloth diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Environmentally friendly crowd.
Uh-huh.
just a lot of hair on the cookie too. That's coming back too. So
And on that note, I'm gonna start.
Mikey, I appreciate you, man.
great
Thank
show.
you.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you guys. And
All
we'll
right,
be
man.
back tomorrow night.
I got to find the legal